How's everybody doing? Happy Thanksgiving. It is a great week to be an Eagles fan because the Super Bowl rematch turned out in our favor. Yes, I was very disgruntled. I was very upset. I explained everything when me and Sean talked the other day. So I do not need to be yelled at no more. The only thing I can say is Kevin Byard, thank you for finally stepping up. And Jalen Hurts, thank God you found your nuts and told Brian Johnson to shove it. I am the founder of the Countrywide Eagles Tailgate Mafia.
Go ahead, Logan.
Logan's lagging.
The internet's having issues. Hello,
That's
I'm
Logan
Logan.
down there.
What's up, guys? It's Sean. How we doing?
That's my friend. So we didn't really even put a script together for this one. I think we're just kind of winging it, ain't we, boys?
Yep.
First things first. It's Kelly Green week, so by default we have to put the Kelly Green logo up in the corner. Definitely a good thing to see for this week. Yeah, yep. There you go. You actually pointed right at the logo on the screen too.
Yeah, there you go.
We will flash this up because Logan, it is how many days until you're here?
10.
10 days till Logan shows up, y'all. We will be in full force. The family comes together again. Overall, if you add up all the people together that have been at the games, at the tailgate with us, with all three that we have done this year, I believe we're at like 30. No, we've had almost 50 people, I think. So, with that said, very happy to see where that's going and growing. That doesn't happen without y'all. So again, thank you. Let's see, what else do we got? If y'all can, because we don't know how much longer we're going to keep doing it on the group page as well, shoot us a follow on Facebook and on YouTube. So that way you know when we go live, hit the notification bell so it tells you everything. I try to re-upload the shows directly into the video section so y'all can go back and watch them. So it's not a hassle to find them. So I guess the first things first, Sean, how are you feeling after Monday's game now that we're all together?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. Obviously Super Bowl rematch. I kind of feel like Nick Sirianni at this point where he was walking out and kind of giving him some shit. It was a pretty good game. Obviously, it wasn't the prettiest, and going in halftime, I was like, man, like this game just feels rough. But I still believed in the boys. Like I have been seeing our team kind of go down, and we've been there before this season, and they still come back and just find a way. So like I said, not the prettiest win, but obviously Pat Mahomes is going to make any defense look a little sorry, and our defense didn't even really look that sorry. The defense looked great. It was more on the offense. But yeah, Kevin Byard getting his first pick. I remember I said on the last podcast, like the last official podcast before the game, that I said if Kevin Byard didn't make a play, I would call it kind of like a bust in the sense of the trade. So seeing him be one of the few people to actually pick off Pat Mahomes is pretty crazy on what would have been a for sure touchdown if that gets through him. Little nervous going into next week. I know this kind of goes back from that with the injury report. I saw AJ Brown is currently down, so limited participation, I should say. So, and Quez Watkins is back. DeAndre Swift is also. So AJ Brown, DeAndre Swift, Quez Watkins all in limited participation makes me a little bit nervous.
Man, I'd leave Quiz out. I'm done with Quiz.
Yeah, so my big thing after last week is just the play calling. I know we talked about it earlier in the week, but seeing literally I counted it, 5 back-to-back screen passes happening where you're utilizing Julio Jones in a screen pass. I mean, it's just kind of insane. So I think something needs to change with the play calling, or else we're going to see, we're going to continue to see what we're seeing. Like I said, overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not upset. I don't have more worries about the Eagles or anything because of that game. I think when you're playing the Chiefs and you're playing against a coach like Andy Reid, who is playing chess when we're playing checkers, and you come out with that win, it makes me feel more confident than anything. I think we take this Bill games, but we'll talk about that later, obviously. But yeah, I feel pretty good. I feel happy with the team. I feel confident with us moving forward. I said to my fiance, or I said to Kayla, as everybody knows her, if we won that Chiefs game, I was like, we're going back to the Super Bowl. So that meant a lot to me. I think it was a great game, close, regardless, whatever. I'll take it.
And yes, we saw that the Cowboys won, but they played nobody. Logan, what was your feeling on the Chiefs game? Well, the dog liked it.
That's the heart attack inducing first half. The Bayard getting his first pick, Travis Kelce fumbling, Covey having very good returns. Jalen Hurts throwing that pick, then AJ Brown almost getting it back. A lot of stuff happened, and push touchdown to put us ahead, and that was ended up being the final score. The last drive, West tried handing the Chiefs the game, but we managed to come out on top. Very stressful game.
I do like in the first drive, though, Mr. Thumbs Up, Thumbs Down.
Yeah, big sack.
Dude, he laid the boom on him, too. He was like, you got away from me in the Super Bowl, but you ain't getting away today.
Fields were still a little slippery, but not that slippery.
Well, that's what you said. You said your job said that it was downpouring like hardcore.
Yeah, so that game, like I said, I don't know if I've said it before on the podcast and stuff. My job is based out in Kansas City, so my company is based out in Kansas City. I work remote, and they were letting me know that it was pouring right before the game, and they were like, "Oh, we don't want to hear." About the field being wet. And I was like, well, it's, the sod father didn't do this one, so we should be good. And sure enough, came out with that W. And the next day at work, I went into work wearing all of my Kelly Green stuff, including my jacket, everything else. And my manager was like, hey, what'd you think of the game? And this was at the end of a long meeting. And I was like, I thought about it and I was like, all right, well, I'll respond. And I went to talk. And the second I unmuted my mic, he ended meeting for all on Zoom. So they were a little salty about it, but that's okay. I don't see them doing as well as they did last season. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, we definitely need to talk about that. What Logan just sent in the group chat.
I saw that too.
The bread man delivers again. Like, what else can you say about this guy? Like, what else does he have to do for people just to say, all right, you're defensive player of the year? Just one of these games, and I don't know what game it is, but he is going to eat. And I'm telling you, he is going to have at least 2 sacks in a game here soon that are just solely him, because he hasn't done that yet.
Could be this upcoming week, honestly.
Against the Bills, I would not doubt it.
Hey, John, happy Thanksgiving. I just wanted to
hey, John, how you doing, buddy?
Dallas as the champions.
That's Sean's dad.
I don't know if we're going to claim Dallas as the champions. They played so here's the thing, right?
Dolly Parton did, dude.
Yeah, no, right. I know. But like, I've been seeing a lot of comments about that, like about Dallas and stuff. So here's the thing about Dallas is, and this is no BS. Like, go look up their stuff. Let me know when they beat a team over 500, right?
Thank you.
We were getting all that shit last season. And when somebody brought that stat up to me, I was like, yeah, I'm going to look that up. And sure enough, it's a real stat. They have not beaten a team that's over 500. So when they do that, then you come back and let me know, because we've beat everybody on our schedule. Last season, we beat everybody. We lost a couple, but you know what I'm saying. We pretty much beat everybody on our schedule, right? And like, we still got shit for it. And then we got this schedule, and everybody was like, "Oh, they're not going far. They got this tough schedule." And I mean, they're not in one. So,
like,
and I
we're
could
finding
easily
ways to win, dude. Like, just give it to us already. Like,
it's the NFL. It's the NFL.
Like, stop knocking the team because you want to hate us. The song says it. No one likes this, and we don't care. Like,
I think some of it comes down to last season the Eagles were winning, and this is like, for lack of better words, but like winning in like a sexy way, quote unquote, right? So like it felt like they were blowing teams out, long drives, where they're just diming it down the field and everything else. I mean, this season hasn't been that, and it kind of went back to almost like what Philly is as a whole, which is like a blue collar, gritty working class. It's kind of what the team is. They went back towards that style of play and that style of winning. So if they can win it on their worst games, like that Chiefs game, our stats were not great. Defense looked great, but offensively it didn't look great. So, and of course there was a couple drops on the Chiefs side, whatever, however you people want to spin it. But when we're still winning games on our worst games, I mean, that speaks to the Eagles as a whole, because imagine them on their best game. What are they going to do then?
My bad.
No worries. I'm watching this 49ers game over here too. This one, there's a good couple games to watch this weekend just because of how everything looks right now. With us beating the Chiefs, that also knocked the Chiefs down a little bit, and now the number one seed, if the season were to end today, would be the Ravens and the Eagles. So it's gonna be interesting to watch. I'm kind of curious. I did like seeing the Lions lose.
Does Dallas move ahead of Detroit?
I believe so. Yeah, I think that would make sense.
2-game lead on them.
Yeah, we're still, and honestly, I think that we'll go 10-1 this weekend, but we'll see. I'm just watching this Niners game. We'll see how it goes.
We do want to stress again while everybody's in here, because I know we have 6 people in here right now. If you can, look at the link below or on the banner going across. Can you please follow us on YouTube and Facebook? Make sure you hit the follow button with the notification bell. That way you know when we go live. It does help us produce to get better. Sean, can you pull that clip up that he sent in the group chat that we can just play? Logan's pretty good at that, and he left the chat completely. Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our Sean. That is our Sean, ladies and gentlemen. He just leaves the entire
wrong thing there.
Just leaves the entire.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll pull this.
Look, buddy, we love you, but are you okay over there?
I totally clicked the wrong thing.
He's got the Logan. You're on fire today, man. You're just pulling up everything. So when we pull these clips up and we pull these pictures up, Logan's breaking down everything. I don't care. Like, we're not doing it no more. Logan can do it. There you go. He jumped for it, dude. He wasn't off by much either.
No, and honestly, if he would have made that happen, it would have been pretty insane. I know that he said he found it from some kid on YouTube or something.
It was a high school kid.
Got it to happen. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we'll see what happens with it. It's kind of cool to look forward to, in the sense of a spike. But to do that to one of the best,
God, John is not playing, bro. Look at John's. Oh my God.
They had the balls to let her sing that. Jerry got a Woody and yeah. I don't know, that it was pretty ironic. I saw everybody talking about it too, and I thought it was quite funny. So, but I saw the Jack Harlow one too during the
Happy Thanksgiving, John.
Game. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. I saw the Jack Harlow performance at halftime for the Detroit Lions Green Bay game, and that way, I mean, it was bad. I like Jack Harlow though, so fair enough. But I wonder what they're gonna do for the 49ers.
Can you pull that picture up that he sent?
Yeah, 1 sec.
That way we can break that down.
Sorry, give me 1 sec. I think close this. It's all just taking its sweet time to load. There it goes. And present. There we go. Yeah, so this shows the wild cards and all that fun stuff.
Go ahead, Logan. Break it down.
So we got, if right now the playoffs started, Dallas would play to New Orleans, which would be Dallas playing in the Superdome in New Orleans. So that would be, interesting. I believe Minnesota would take on Detroit and Seattle would take on San Francisco. Interesting games. So where it was currently at, you got the division leaders, obviously. So Detroit is number 2 in the NFC still, despite losing and Dallas winning. If
He's right.
San Francisco wins the number 2 seed, also Eagles 9-1, and in the hunt, you got Green Bay, who just won today in an upset over the Detroit Lions after the Lions failed their comeback. Won. What was the final score? I don't know, but they won. The Rams last week swept the Seattle Seahawks, which is 50% of their wins, making them still alive in the playoffs. The Falcons, they probably don't got much of a shot. Buccaneers, all they had to do is just beat the New Orleans Saints in the division, which could happen, obviously. The New Orleans Saints aren't that good. The NFC South in total isn't very good. The Panthers, who are 1-9, still have a chance of making the playoffs because of how bad the NFC South is.
So technically, we can afford to lose one game. We can afford to lose one, but once you get to two, you kind of it goes into the tiebreaker rule. I think.
Yeah, I saw that by the way, Liz. I saw the Niners just scored. Yeah, I honestly, I think in my opinion, what's going to happen is I think we beat the Bills. You can't look past them, but like it just looks more and more like we could beat them. If we lose to the Bills, that's kind of when we go into panic mode a little bit, and you have to take the 49ers or you have to take the Cowboys. You cannot lose to both. But I obviously I don't see us going 0-3 in this next 3-game stretch. I also the other interesting thing is you got to look at the end of our schedule too, right? Like the end of our schedule, I think we play the Giants twice. We play the Seahawks, which they're a good team, but they're not the Niners, right? Like that's just how I look at it. So I think that we have a pretty great chance of still locking in that top seed. I would be 95% sure that that's going to happen. Obviously, like if something catastrophic happened, then we might drop the top seed. Dallas, I know we were looking at the schedule. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I still see Eagles locking up that top seed. So we'll see what happens.
Right now, it ranks out. So this is as of today. The Bills are looking at safety. Taylor Rapp is questionable. Taron Johnson's questionable. He's corner. Mika Hyde's questionable at safety. Dane Jackson, cornerback, is questionable, and Cam Lewis is questionable. So half their defense, like all their injuries, are on the defensive side of the ball. Like,
Yeah, they should have a Giants 2 times Sea Chickens Cardinals last 4. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So and like I said, guys, I'll be at the one Giants game for Christmas dressed up. Um,
don't say it.
I know. So the Giants, we definitely take both those, and if we don't, I'd be shocked. The Giants look absolutely terrible. I think that they're gonna go into a rebuild thing here, especially after that big contract that they gave over, and now the guy's injured. But Giants, I think we smoke them both times. I think Christmas is going to be a great Christmas for all Eagles fans. The Seahawks, like I said, they're not terrible, but I could see us blowing past them. Cardinals, I mean, we played them last season, and
It's a revenge game for a lot of our returners.
Yeah,
because they're pissed at Gannon.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing too against Gannon. This whole season, the more and more that you look at it, just feels like a revenge season. And thus far, I mean, aside from the Jets, which I mean, it's going to happen. The Jets really wanted that game because they were 0-12. They wanted that badly, and that was honestly, aside from the Chiefs game, that was probably our worst game that we played all season. And even then, it could have been locked up. That game could have gone different, but I don't see us dropping many more games. Do I think we're going to win every single game on our season going forward? No, I don't think so. I think if there's a game to drop, it's possibly the 49ers, possibly the Cowboys. But the rest of them, I don't know. It doesn't feel that insane to think that we will end with, the top seed if you really look at it. So, but like Jalen says, where nobody. I also, I don't know. Did you guys? I'll ask both of you. Did you guys catch that Jalen Hurts press conference where they were talking to him about the Bills and stuff?
I saw it, but I didn't see a lot of it because I was in and out of it.
Did you have a chance to catch it, Logan?
I think I only saw the clip where Jalen said that asked when they were going to ask questions about the Bill that are him about other quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's what was interesting. It feels like the media is like the Eagles media is already trying to look past the Bills, but like you can't do that. The Bills are still the Bills. They still have Josh Allen. they still have some great players over there. They still have a pretty good defense. So, I mean, while a lot of people are looking over him, the fact that even Jalen was like, "Hey, like I still am waiting on a question about the Bills," it shows a lot. So, but like I said, I think if we get past the Bills, I think there's only 2 games that we drop, and that's the 49ers and the Cowboys. And honestly, we could win both those. We already beat the Cowboys before. The 49ers, they're as much as I want to say it's a lock-in win, the 49ers look like themselves from last season. They finally kicked it into high. I'm currently watching the Seahawks almost run the ball back, so that was awesome on a kickoff. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
49. Who's playing quarterback? Gino's
Or not
playing?
49, Seahawks. Yeah, Gino should be playing.
Holy shit. Okay.
Seahawks almost just ran that ball all the way back. That was a great run.
So again, let's can we kind of shift gears to talk about the tailgate for next week?
Yeah, go for it.
You think we get Shaq Leonard?
I don't think so.
He did clear waivers, so he can go. They can sign him for a minimum deal.
It's just like, why would we want him?
Here's my problem with it. He's had 2 back surgeries. He had another major injury that's messed him up, and that's why they didn't want to pay him, because he's not the Shaq Leonard of 2021.
Correct. There's a reason he was dropped at the end of the season. Well, towards the end of the season.
Do I legit think he is worth signing for depth? Yeah, maybe. But as to come in and be a playmaker and change, no. He's a Linval Joseph and the Dominic Sue type of style player at this point. He's not healthy enough to be what we need. There's other people out there that are in the free agent market that we could go get that would have a better chance. But we also have a lot of talent on our practice squad that they started using. That kid that they keep calling up, they've got one more call up, and then they have to sign him. So we're back and forth here, and somebody's going to have to get cut for Quez to come up. You can't do Julio because Julio's already there. So something's going to happen. I don't know what, but we're going to find out.
I don't think Quez gets cut because Quez isn't like a bad wide receiver by any means. No, right. I don't think Quez is definitely going to get back into probably like a wide receiver 3 role, because Julio, while he did get like a touchdown, he has been utilized. That was because Quez was out. So I see Julio Jones staying on the team for sure, because they don't want to let him drop again, obviously. So he's going to stay on the team. You're more likely going to have Quez running wide receiver 3. You might have Julio come in for like some switch out plays for depth and stuff. I don't know who gets cut. It's a good question, actually. I don't know who would get cut. I don't see picking up Leonard. I was all for it at first, and then somebody posted on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it at this point, and they said, well, think about it. Why was he cut towards the end of the season? Like, I know it's not end of the season, but towards the end, like, why was he cut? And I was like, yeah, that's a good question. So I saw the Cowboys were also interested in him. I mean, have at it. I don't think the Birds pick him up. I just don't see it, especially after the defense showed up and showed out last week. As much as people might not want to think that they did, they got scored on, whatever. But I mean, it's Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is Pat Mahomes. Guy's a magician. So I expect him to ball out against any defense.
Yeah, I think we're looking at numerous things here that can come back on us that we've just really got to pay attention to. So I want to kind of shift gears into the tailgate stuff for next week, because our friend is coming 10 days. 10 days. Logan, how many days?
10.
He's having so many. He's having
Almost 8, 9.
issues, bro.
Yeah, I see that.
All right, so there you go, folks. December 3rd, 10 a.m. is when our party is going to start. Let's get this out of the way. If you are coming, arrive early or get a parking pass. Arrive early or get a parking pass.
And even if you're getting there early, that's like, I would still say it's not a lock-in. What a lot of people are going to forget is this is the equivalent to the Chiefs game to a lot of Eagles fans and a lot of 49ers fans. So this is one of the biggest games. That's why ticket prices are a lot higher. I would still
Standing room went to
highly
345 today. I'm like, God damn it.
yeah, I would highly suggest getting parking passes if you are going, um, regardless of what time you're going to be there. Now, our parking passes can be more expensive now, yes, but to be fair, we did put out the warning. Myself, Dennis, put out the warning that you guys should be buying them a little bit beforehand. So I'll put the link in to the parking passes for the 49ers game, but yeah, definitely at this point, you could still try to arrive early. I would say if you are coming and you still haven't bought a pass, you still want to get it for gate price. Even if you're close, I'd get there at like 4 or 5 a.m. Like, that's no joke. Okay? It sounds extreme, but I promise you, there's people that will be there at 3 a.m. So just to put it into perspective, I'll go ahead and drop that link for everybody.
That's freaking wild, bro. $345 for standing room.
Yeah, it's because it's a big game, especially because this is like the way you got to think about it too is this is potentially a team that we are going to see in the playoffs again, and we already saw them in the playoffs. So this is almost like
I almost
playoff.
feel like the ticket prices will go down though.
I mean, I wouldn't think so. And the only reason I say it is, like I said, it's kind of like a playoff game before the playoffs start. So that's how a lot of people that's how I would look at it. So I dropped the parking stuff in for currently lot A through G before fees. It's $133. Let me see what it is after fees. I know it's a little expensive, but yeah, $158.60 after fees. Where I'm $161.55. Sorry, it updated. So if you guys are going and you want to be sure that you guys are getting parking for sure, that is at lot A through G. There is, I think, a cheaper option, and then you can walk over to lot A through G. So the cheapest right now is 117 before taxes. Let me see what it looks like after. Well, and fees and stuff. Just letting it load because the first price is never accurate. So the cheapest that you could get parking right now is going to be $142.47. So that's going to put you, I believe it was lot M. And then you can park there and then just walk over to the tailgate. They don't care if people are walking in. You might be able to find parking a little bit like close to the stadium and then like either Uber or walk over. That's another option. But entirely up to you. If you guys can't get in, I just don't want anybody to get upset. It's just a little fair warning, I guess.
Do I really want to spend $406 on standing room?
I would not. I mean, that's me though. At this point, no. It's just kind of not worth it. So standing room's not bad. And like I said, whether we're on this or not, you could
If I
find
was
open
with
seats.
somebody, if I had somebody with me, then yeah. So I might
Yeah.
just go to tailgate, see Logan, and then I'm probably gonna roll.
Yeah. It makes the most sense, to be honest. And you know what? As
If the prices
terrible as
go
that
down
sounds,
that day and they're cheaper, then that's different.
yeah. Wow,
Because
what a great
day
cat.
of they might drop. You know what I mean? Day of, if they want to sell them, they might drop.
Are you able to throw, if I share the game, are you able to throw it on like the bottom right so it's not taking up the whole screen? You see?
I don't know.
And if you can throw it up in like the bottom right or something.
It's just gonna do it like that.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah, this is the Niners game, just kind of while we're sitting here in case anybody's multitasking. I know that I am, just because, like I said, this is a potential. This is a little bit delayed, by the way. I'm using a streaming site. Typically, I'd be on my TV over there, but we're over here. This is a potential team that we'll see in the playoffs, and this is who Logan's going to be seeing us play against. So this game coming up, I know we play the Bills first. I don't want to look past them, but I mean, this will be a real test for us because the Niners, like I said, as of late, have not looked stoppable. They got all their pieces back. They got a lot of people back from injury. Their defense is top notch. Their offense is top notch. As much as I hate to say it and admit it, I mean, they are a complete team. So we'll see what happens. Looks like there's a flag. We'll see what that is. But yeah, we continue on just while I have it open as well. If you want to talk more about
like, I hate, like, as much as I hate to say this, Logan, I want you, like, when you go to this game, you're going to get to see one of the best running backs to ever play the game because McCaffrey is that good. And Debo Samuel is that good. Like, you're going to get to see top-notch players in a top-notch game that could mean a lot. So, again, I'm happy that we could put you in this type of scenario that you could see this kind of big scaled game. That you know what I mean? Um, Kittle he's there, but he's not there. So you're kind of back and forth with Kittle.
I would take Goddard over Kittle still to this day. And that's not even just being biased as an Eagles fan. I had the chance to take Kittle on fantasy, and I was like, nah, I still don't want him. I just like Goddard. Kittle's not bad, though. Kittle is a great tight end. Is he like one of the greats? No, I don't think so. I think that, goes to Kelsey. So, but yeah, I mean, they are like I said, a complete team. They do have a tight end that is reliable in Kittle. They have multiple wide receivers that can get it done. A QB that, Mr. Irrelevant, which is so funny that he got the name Mr. Irrelevant because he was the last pick in the draft, which is typically who gets the Mr. Irrelevant title. Because I don't know if you guys know this, Dennis or Logan, the last person in the draft will always get a jersey that says Mr. Irrelevant. So he took that name and ran with it, and that's, he showed up and showed out. I mean, that's why he's in the spot that he's in, and he's a great QB. He has some off games, but the best QBs do. So we'll see what happens.
But again, so what we'll do is we'll stay in touch again through this week. And of course, going into next week, we'll start getting together of who's going to bring what. I'll have the table, of course. I'm going to be arriving early, so I'll be outside the gates probably like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Remember, day of parking pass tickets are $45. So we will see we'll see where it's at that point that day. Logan, very excited to see you. We're 10 days away, bud. You get to celebrate and have fun with us. And at least you and your mom will be able to go in there and enjoy it and see a great game as well. I'm off Tuesday of next week. So is that going to give us enough time to go live next week on Tuesday?
Yeah, that works for me. I don't know about Logan, but yeah, any day usually works for me.
Any day will work.
We'll say Tuesday at 7 next week.
Beautiful.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what the drill is. You know how we do it every time we close the channel out. We appreciate every single one of y'all. Thanks for being supporters. Make sure you hit that like and follow button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. I'm Dennis, the founder of the Countrywide Eagles Tailgate Mafia.
I'm Sean.
And Logan's technical difficulties. Do remember December 3rd, 10 a.m., Lot D under Pole D1. Gates open at 9. They will probably shut them gates down at 10 o'clock, so arrive early. I will be there early. Again, we appreciate every single one of y'all. Thank you for your support. Time to close this thing out because no one likes us.
No one